This is EMILAGHAN community in Abua Odua local government of Rivers State, Nigeria, where the devastating effects of climate change have become an unbearable reality. For the farmers of this community, the recent floods have brought untold hardship and despair. Their farmlands, once the lifeblood of their livelihoods, now lie submerged underwater, threatening the very foundation of their existence. As the world grapples with the challenges of climate change, the farmers of the EMILAGHAN community face a harsh reality: the loss of their crops, their livelihoods, and their dignity. The impacts of these floods extend far beyond the community, posing a significant threat to food security in the region. In this documentary, we share the stories of the farmers of the Malagan community, their struggles, and their pleas for help. We also explore the way forward, seeking solutions to the challenges posed by climate change and the role that governments, communities, and individuals can play in supporting the farmers and ensuring food security for all.
My name is Doko Andrew Arogo from the EMILAGHAN community, Abua Odua. I invest on this farmland by the community. This is only source of living I did with my family to earn a living. But along the line, we never know that flood will wade away our crops. We are begging government, individuals, opinion leaders to come to our aid, to help us, because we don't have any other source, we don't have any other means of having anything to feed the children. And this is why we pay our children's school fees. I don't know we are begging on. Make una come help us, I beg. Because no, you will they are oh I beg government. I beg. Thank you.
Every year to year, we work like this. We are not achieving anything. You look at the expensive. We pay clearance, and people that will work for us, you see, from year to year. And not only this farm, there are many farms, other places.
My name is Gift Thank God. I'm from EMILAGHAN community. Now the flood, as I want to boost to collect my firewood. Everywhere water, no way. The water don't spoil my bike. And I no get strength to push the bike. Carry come, you just see am, just see am. Everywhere water, no way. Even my house sef don't fall for the bush. And I pack my things, they come home. I beg, make government come help us. For this flood, all our food, hungry, they kill us. You know, say as I don't live, no strength to carry push this machine where the water don't spoil am.
No way we can do because of the flood. Every day we are coming to pack our things out because of the flood. May government help us. Yeah, Jonathan.
My name is Eyal
Oh,
Jonathan. I am from EMILAGHAN. Three of my cassava farms, which were due for harvest, were also affected by the flood.
No poo. Man, you poo. Mama, my rubber, my birthday.
The government to help the community EMILAGHAN, this EMILAGHAN community. They flood all our farms, both yam, three-leaf yam, cassava, not houses. Where many people build houses for living and inside the bush. The water damage all. Put the fruits like pears, plums, nothing where this water no take. And we are very, very angry with where this water get us on our way. Nobody fit uproot the cassava or yam inside water swallow all. In everywhere in the EMILAGHAN community. So we want the government, I want the government to help the entire EMILAGHAN community to take care and help us give foods
can give stringent regulations. Now, regulations like if you want to flare a gas, pay heavily. And if it is imposed on government to companies, corporate bodies to pay heavily, I think they will look for a way of not flaring their gas and putting the gas that is flared into proper use. Another way to curb climate change is the use of green energy. Renewable energy. Solar lights and all that. Those ones don't emit dangerous carbon like the generators we use. Generators is not the one we use in our houses alone. We're talking about industrial generators and all of that. So let us go back to green energy like the solar light I mentioned. Then in agriculture, you see, we should de-emphasize the use of chemical fertilizers and then use organic materials to grow our crops. Organic material, organic fertilizer, poultry droppings, instead of using chemical fertilizer. So those are some of the ways that we can do to curb climate change. Whenever you see climate change, whenever you see changes in weather, in planet and temperature rise and all that, it didn't start yesterday. It may have started 40, 30 years ago, like I mentioned. Like I said earlier, that climate change is not weather change. Weather can change 3-4 times a day. The weather condition in the morning is different from weather condition in the afternoon, like now, and different from weather condition in the evening. Those are weather conditions. Changing humidity and all of that is different from climate change. What we are getting now as a climate change effect started 1980, started 1970, started 1990. So it's not something that just started today. But if we begin to plant trees and begin to have some environmental friendly practices, it will curb the next generation will have a better environment, to live in. And because people didn't take cognizance of what is happening now yesterday, we are careless about it. Today, if you go to the water bodies, you hardly see containers, bottles, and all that. People are picking it and they are recycling it. So if you have more of that, I think we'll have a better environment to live in. Then there are countries like Finland and other countries. A penalty for cutting down a tree, the penalty for that is for you to plant 10 trees. If the government, sees you cutting down trees, they don't take you to prison. The punishment for that is to tell you, since you have cut one, plant 20. That's the punishment. It is when you don't plant the 20 that you receive the punishment for cutting down trees. But here, there's no regulation. We don't have forest guard. People go to a rural area, bring down the trees that are undersized, and then they bring them down. There's high level of deforestation, and there is no regulation to that effect. So that affects the whole lot of things. And when environment in agricultural economics, in environmental economics, environment is a commodity that we buy and sell. So it's just like every other commodity that you protect. You buy banana, you protect it. You buy fish, you protect it. And you sample your goods in your shop, and you treat them very well. Environment is also a commodity in environmental and resource economics, so that people buy the environment and people sell the environment. So let's treat the environment as a commodity, and then we'll be well for it. Flood is timely, especially the one that is released from the Lagdo Dam, Cameroon. If not, the other form of flood is flash flooding, the rain that comes as a result of the rain. Now, whether the one that comes with as a result of rain or the dam, they're timely. Now, they have their own effects, devastating effects. But when I say timely, is that it shows sign, it gives you sign. One thing that we do in agriculture is timing. Every planting has a season, has a time. So you can actually plant harvest before the flood comes. The only problem is that when you raise livestock like fish, raise livestock like poultry like goats, moving them to higher grounds when the flood comes is a problem. But because it gives you time and warns you that it is coming, it's supposed to make a proper arrangement. I'm not saying that flood is good entirely. There are bad aspects of flood, but flood also deposits minerals that we can never think of on the land. Floods, when it comes and goes, it deposits nutrients on the soil that are good for farmers. So one of the ways you can curb that is timely, your timely the time of planting. If you time properly, you can do it, harvest it before the flood comes. You understand? And also look for crops that are resistant to flood. Even if it comes 2-3 months. Why do we still have palm in the bush where you have flood? Because sometimes on a large extent, oil palm is resistant to flood. Oil palm can survive in flood area for complete 1 month, 2 months. You know, so it's not as if the flooding doesn't have its negative effect. It has, but it's left for us to recognize that these things have negative effect, and for the farmers to have some coping strategies.
So, guys, this is one of the communities in Abua Udua local government area, and where you're seeing me standing right now is their major road that leads to their farms. And the flood, as you can see, the flood has actually taken over this road. And while coming here, I met some of the women, and most of them said that before they could access their cassava farms, as we speak, all of their cassava farms located here are all being destroyed by the flood. Most of them do go pick some things though, but before they get there, they have to swim through this water, and the water continues from here down to their farm. The river is also located here, and this water connects to the river. Yeah. So please, all we are asking is come to these women's aid. Their only means of survival is farming.